Hello guys, my name is Desmond. A very warm welcome to my lesson for today, where we will be looking at your mathematics. So ladies and gentlemen, as always, please do allow me to say it is very much important that I say it is very much important because Tabile. What I'm about to say, it's massively. Massively important, ladies and gentlemen, that I say a day without learning something new, it's a day wasted. By so saying, honorable members, please, Tangano. Please, Pindi them a pindis. Please do make sure that by the end of each and every lesson that I conduct, you learn something new. Very much important, ladies and gentlemen, over there. So, Akanya, we did a lesson yesterday. It's unfortunate the network was poor and there was load shedding. And I just remember that there was heavy rainfall on my side, so we couldn't complete the lesson. So what we will be doing in today's lesson, it's actually to complete what we're supposed to complete yesterday. So this is what I would like to make you guys aware of. I think starting from this same question, it might be better just so that we are all on the same page. But before I even go deeper, can someone just confirm if it's clear on your side? Itu tabile Shangano, can you guys confirm if it's clear on your side? I see Jeremiah 29, verse 11 has joined. Is it clear, guys? Can you see? Can you clearly hear me?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay, 100%. So, very quickly, maybe let's take it from 5.1. I'll just quickly explain what went down there. So, 5.1 was saying, show by calculation that x it's equals to 60 degrees. And this question, it's allocated only 2 marks. So remember, guys, everything written in red, it's what we calculated. So just so that it doesn't confuse, let me just remove this and also remove that and also remove that. So this is the diagram, as you can see from the group. So what happened there, the question wanted us to show that x, it's equals to 60 degrees. And remember, I just said in case if you are dealing with a right angled triangle, how do you see that? It doesn't matter how the shape looks like. As long as you can see that 90-degree sign, you know it is a right angled triangle. Therefore, you can use the sine, the cos, or the tantric ratio. Otherwise, theorem of Pythagoras. It all depends on the information that you are given. Most importantly, trigonometry is the study of the relationship between the sides and the angles. So every triangle has got 3 sides, 3 angles. The main question is, what type of a right angled, what type of a triangle is that? Is it a right angle triangle or is it just a triangle? Doesn't matter how the shape looks like. As long as it doesn't have that, then it falls on the right side, meaning that's where you can use the cosine ratio, the cosine rule, the sine rule, and the area rule in order to answer questions related to a triangle. Very much important, ladies and gentlemen, on that one. So now let's see. We said in this case, where they show that x is equals to 60, you ask yourself this question, you say, in which triangle do we find x? we find it in the top triangle. The top triangle, is it a right angle triangle or is it just a triangle? We realize it is a 90-degree type of, no, it's a right angled triangle because it has a 90-degree. So that means we can use sine, cos, or tan. In some cases, theorem of Pythagoras. It all depends on what we want to calculate. So now we realize we've got this side, which is opposite because it's opposite to that angle. And then we have this, which is opposite to the 90-degree, which is the hypotenuse. So the trig ratio that has both opposite and hypotenuse, it's actually sine. So that is why we're going to say sine is equals to, we realize there we are having 4 square root of 3 as the opposite, and hypotenuse, it is 8. Remember, you're having sine of x. So now for you to calculate x, you are going to have the second function or the arcsine of the whole of that. I'm telling you guys, if you punch that on your calculator, it is going to give you 60 degrees. I remember honorable members yesterday did confirm that. If you punch this on your calculator, it is going to give you a 60. So now we know that angle x, it is equals to 60 degrees. Most importantly, we said the sum of interior angles of a triangle is equals to 180 degrees. The sum means when you plus. So we say the sum of interior angles. So that means this is angle 1, angle 2, angle 3. Of course, it has to be 3 angles. Why? Because the triangle has 3 angles and 3 sides. So what are those angles? We have angle number 1 there, we have angle number 2 there, we have angle number 3 there. We know when we add them together, we get 180 degrees. Why am I telling you all of this? It's so that in case if there's a question where we need to calculate the third unknown angle, we can simply use that formula. So it's a formula which you can easily forget. There are some instances where you might need that formula. Very, very much important, ladies. So that is how you quickly show that that it's actually equals to 60. And with you doing that, I'm telling you, you will score yourself 6 marks on that one. So this is me just warming you up to the next question. Did that make sense to everyone? Or is there anyone who's got a question in relation to that? Or does it make sense to everyone?
It makes sense.
Last one to confirm. Okay. 5.2. Let's say they say calculate the length of a D. Remember, when something is written in capital letters, it refers to point A to point B, or from one point to another. Therefore, this is the distance, meaning whatever answer that you calculate, it has to be in units. It could be millimeters, it could be centimeters, meters, kilometers. It all depends on the units there. If you've got no units there, you can therefore just write it as a value and just say units. Here comes a question, where exactly is AD? Then you look at your diagram, you realize this is AD. Okay, now that I'm having AD, in which triangle does AD fall or lie? You realize it lies in the bottom triangle. There you are having A, there you are having D, there you are having F. And most importantly, You know this is 8. And this one is 4. It is given to you. But now, very, very much important. Since this is just a triangle, that means you won't use sine, cos, tan, or theorem of Pythagoras, but you will need to use the cosine rule or the area rule. Or the sine rule. The area rule, it's easy to notice when you need to use it because they are going to talk about the area. But these two, it's going to be a bit tricky, even though it's easier to notice if you practice. So that's what I'm going to make you guys aware of. Remember, it is AD that we are looking for. But there is something which is missing, because for you to use the cosine rule or the sine rule, you must be having 3 values. It could be 2 sides, 1 angle. It could be 2 angles, 1 side. You must be having 3 things in order to calculate the 4th thing. That's how it works with cosine rule and the sine rule. You realize you're having a side and a side. And this is the side that you are looking for. If you remember what I said every time when you have more sides that you need to deal with, you always remember the cosine rule. But when you have more angles that you need to deal with, it is the sine rule that you need to apply. So between these two, is there anyone who can guess? I think you can at this stage. I think it's very much clear that we are actually having more sides that we need to deal with, because we've got a side, and they also want a side. And what we know is that when you apply the cosine rule, you must be having a side, and an included angle in order for you to calculate that side which is opposite to that included angle. Very, very much important, ladies and gentlemen, over there. So now you can see we do not know what that angle is. But in the statement, it was given that this line AP, this is not F, but it's P. I just noticed there. So the line AP, it bisects D, P, and C. So that means when something bisects T, it cuts that into a equal angle. So that means this angle is going to be equal to that angle, because that line, it bisects this opening or that type of a shape. Meaning we need to somehow find this angle. But obviously, since this line bisects, if we can know what this angle is, automatically we know what this angle is. And this is where the formula comes in. So can you see it's not that much easier for you to remember? You can use this formula. But alternatively, you can still use trig ratio just for this triangle. How can you use it? You have this, you have that. So if this is the angle that you're trying to calculate, you can therefore use the cos ratio, because you know this is therefore the adjacent side of that angle, and this is the hypotenuse. You use cos, you calculate this angle, I'm telling you, you are going to get 30 degrees. Or otherwise, you can just use that, which is easy to use. So with you knowing that this angle is 30 degrees, automatically it makes that angle to be 30 degrees. Very, very much important, ladies and gentlemen, on that one. So now, let me quickly remove all of that and start doing the calculation. So let's see. We obviously know that when using the cosine rule, you're going to say this side, let's say small letter P, this one is going to be small letter A, this one is going to be small letter D. So you're going to say this side squared, it's equals to let's see, maybe let's use A because A comes first. A squared plus d squared minus 2 of those same values, AD, because it is the cosine rule, that's why you're going to say cos of that included angle there. If you want to impress examiner, you can write it differently and not just say angle P, but say in triangle APD, angle P is the one that you're considering. If you write it as P, it's more like you're talking about this whole angle, whereas you're not talking about that whole angle, but in triangle APD, it is this angle that you're talking about. That is why you can write it in that way. I'm telling you, if you do this, pindi the mapindis, examiner is going to pay attention to every question that you answer because they know you understand and you know your story. So let's see, what is that? What is A? A is 4 squared plus B. What is B? Not B, but that small d, it's 8 squared minus 2, 4, 8. And then cos of, what is the angle there? It's 30 degrees. So now, what is P squared? Remember, P squared is what we're calculating. So what is P squared, honorable members? Ngwana Mameja, hey, ke kgale ke sa o bone monna, no ile kae na? Mathapelo, Luyanda, are you still calculating there?
Yes,
Zozozo.
sir.
Bengicabanga ukuthi niqedile bantu bakithi. Thabile, are you still calculating? Hey.
Is 968,57 degrees.
968,
No, not only zero more.
oh, hey. Aso chumputuru bo ile kae Mathapelo? Bo ile kae?
Thank you, God. Make it busy, can't just call it to you.
Oh, okay. So, what again?
968,57.
Okay, so because has a final answer, are until the end. Ne? Ke comma 5.
5, 7, 4, 3, 7.
4367, ne?
4, 3, 7.
Oh, 437. Okay. Okay, so now
4,
for you to
yeah,
3742. Okay, so for now, because this is P squared and we're looking for P, on your calculator, you're just going to say a square root, then you click on answer and you say it's equals to, it's going to give you a value there. What is that value?
31,12.
What is it, 41 or 21?
31,
Or
12.
31,12. You can just say units. I'm not sure. Bandla la kunkulunkulu. Is this correct? Someone to confirm if that is correct. And that's how you score yourself 4 marks for that question. Is that correct? And does it make sense to everyone?
Sam, I got 4,96 units.
4,96 units. Yeah, I think that one, it sounds promising. The reason why I'm saying it sounds promising is because if you check at this, it's 4. If you check at that, it's 8. So you're probably expecting something around that much. But you see, 31, it's too big. So that one, it sounds promising. What is that answer? What did you get there, honorable member? Matapelo, try also to type this again. What did you get there? Was it you, Akanya? What did you get there?
I got the same answer.
Hey, you also got 31. Haibo. I think this one I'll need to try calculate it myself. Let's see. 4 squared plus 8 squared minus 2 into 4, 8, cos of 30 degrees. So I'm getting 24 point that. And then square root, I'm getting 4.96. Yebo.
Did mistake when I come to 4 into square root plus. I didn't say square root.
Process
Oh, okay, no, I
mistake.
see. Okay, no, I see. So that means this is incorrect, this is incorrect. So are you now getting that value there?
Yeah.
I think that is the correct value there. So before I move on to the last question, did everyone understand what I was doing there? Pantubakiti. Does it make sense to everyone? And are we ready to now move on to the last question on this one?
Yes, sir.
Luyanda, konke kuhamba kahle lapho?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 100%. So I'll just remove all of this. And then we have a look at that last question being 5.3. So let's see. It says, determine y. A very straightforward question. Determine y. Anyone who would like to suggest how can we possibly work out this question? Determine y. Any suggestion?
Use the sine rule.
The sine rule. How are we going to use the sine rule, honorable member?
So you say sine A over A equals sine P over P.
Who's speaking again?
Leander.
100% honorable member. Then we can easily substitute. So we know that actually it is the sine y, because y, it is the angle in that case. What is the opposite side? It is that 4. So that's why we're going to substitute 4 there. And then we're going to say sine, what is that angle of P is 30 degrees divided by, what is the opposite side? It's 4.96. Then you just cross multiply, meaning you are having sine y, which is equals to that multiplying that, it becomes 4 sine of 30 divided by 4.96. Then your y is going to be second function of the whole of that. Let's see. The whole of that. Whatever that you get is your y value, which is the angle. So what is the value of y?
23,78.
23,78. Is this what everyone is getting as the answer for this question? Leslie, can you explain why this answer is not correct? I'm not sure if you can be able to explain that, Leslie, the Leslie's.
There's no degrees.
Yeah, so just make sure that you say whatever degrees, because this is an angle. So the reason why examiner said determine y, this is where they are going to catch you. They don't want to say determine the angle of A in triangle ADP. They just said y. So someone is going to only say that. And I'm telling you guys, if examiner did not have breakfast on that day, they're not going to give you a mark. So now I think this brings us to the end of this question. And then very quickly, let's see how far we can go with the last question. And then from there, I think we will be done with this type of questions. On our next lesson, we're going to start something new. I think it might be that part of the shapes and whatever. From there, in preparation for term 2, we are therefore going to start with a new chapter, which could possibly be functions or analytical geometry. We'll just see what to start with. So I'm encouraging you guys to participate and not to miss on those, because it's going to make your life much easier when you guys open and you start with those chapters. So that's what we call studying ahead. It does work. It worked for me, and hopefully it will work for you. So remember, guys, in my case, during my time in high school, I had to learn these things by myself. That is why it was very, very much easy for me to get distinctions in mathematics. It's because I studied these things by myself. So when the teacher came, I knew what they had to talk about. Even when they were missing some information, I was able to remind them to say, what is meant by 1, 2, 3, and they would explain. So it was easier for me to understand everything that was explained in every class. So now let's see. I think this one is easy, Bantu Bakiti. We might not need to calculate it, but just discuss it very quickly. Let's see. The statement says in the diagram, P, where is P? There is P. They're saying it is 67 degrees. PR, where is PR? There is PR is 3 centimeters. And then they're saying, what is it? No, PR is 9.2, and then PQ is 3. They say determine the length of QR. Imagine, guys, this is how easy it can be for your final examinations in grade 11. They just give you this and say, work for it for 3 marks. Anyone who can quickly suggest how we are going to work it out, we won't do it. We'll just discuss it. Just in case if it confuses you, let me know. Then that's when I'm going to quickly work it out for you. Anyone who would like to suggest how we work out this one? And also give the reasons of why you say we're going to work it out that way.
You're going to use the cosine rule because we have 2 sides and an angle opposite the side you're looking for.
100%. 100%. That's exactly how you're going to work it out. So that is why I was saying we will just discuss that one. Maybe let's jump on to this one and see how far we can go with this one. We're having 1, 2 there. We're having B. This is A. This is C. And then we have that called alpha. And then we also have that called theta. And then we are having H there. Most importantly, there is D. The statement says, in the diagram below, referring to that diagram, they're saying D being that one, they're saying C being that one, they're saying B being, B being that one. So they're saying actually this angle C in that bottom triangle, it's alpha. And then now they are saying AC is H units. And then now they say in triangle ACB, the angle C is theta. This is a question that I'm going to ask you. How many triangles are you seeing there that you can use to calculate certain values? How many triangles are you seeing there as a mathematician? Hmm?
3 triangles.
Hey, Mzozozo, is it you, honorable members? How many triangles there?
3, sir.
Yes, we are seeing 3 triangle. Someone might be seeing 2, but I'm telling you, with a spiritual eye, you can see 3 triangles there. So now, okay, A, B, C, it's a triangle. A, C, D, it's a triangle. B, C, D, it's a triangle. So we're having 3 triangles there. So maybe let's try, have a look at the question. So the first question says, determine size of angle ACD in terms of that and that. You 1 mark for this question. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. Remember, guys, this is posted in the group. The question is posted in the group. So if you've got 2 devices, just make sure that you use the other one to read the question. So I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to participate. Kwenze njani bantu bakithi? Angazi ukuthi lesilungu lesi sifuna ukubaleka ngenyawo zobile. Angazi ukuthi sifuna ukubaleka siyephi. So I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to participate in this question. In case if you want to give it a try, just mention your name and I will recognize you, honorable member. So this one, who would like to give it a try? Examiner says, determine the size of angle C in triangle ACD in terms of alpha and beta. Anyone would like to give it a try? Just mention your name and I will recognize you. Don't straight away give the answer. If it's Pindi, she's going to say Pindi Dema Pindi. Then I'm going to recognize the honorable member. Who wants to rise on a point of order?
Lehutu.
I see Koli the Macaulays. Koli, go for it, honorable member.
Okay, angle C, angle A angle CD equals to theta minus alpha.
Hey, kanjani manje? Awusichazele lapho Collis. Kanjani manje? Akanya, do you agree with that one, honorable member? Lihutso, maybe let's check. I think honorable member is onto something there. The Mapindis, I think if the total angle, let's say, is 10, and then if they say we have an angle in between or somewhere there, and that angle, let's say, is 6. So that means this smaller angle in that triangle, it's actually going to be total angle minus that smaller angle. That is how you will know that angle. So that is why the Macaulay is saying actually in triangle A, C, and D being that top triangle. Angle C being this one. It's actually the total angle being that theta, and you minus this smaller angle being alpha. Therefore, the remainder is actually this angle. I'm not sure the Macaulays, if I represented you well there, honorable member. I'm delivering the message to the masses of our people. Do you think the masses of our people will understand this memorandum, honorable member? Did I present it well?
Yes, you did.
Lindiwe, is it make sure, honorable member, what I've just explained? But I think it makes sense, honorable members. And that's how you score yourself 1 mark for that question. So I think maybe let me just write there to say we are having that smaller angle being theta minus alpha. So I'm just going to very quickly move on to the next question. But remember, in case if I'm losing you, just make sure you let me know immediately. So now they're saying prove that AD, obviously it's a length or a distance, it's h sine of an angle minus alpha divided by cos of alpha. And if you can do that, they are going to give you 4 marks, which will contribute towards your examinations or towards your final year mark. Now, actually, this is from an exam paper, so it's actually contributing towards your percentage that you'll get on your statement. So let's see. Anyone also who would like to rise on a point of order? Mathapelo, nna ke a ja monna ke tsebore wena o ja ka metseng na. Mara today ke ja hippopotamus, so a ke tsebe gore
So can I try?
Who's speaking order? Lehutso. Okay. Lehutso is on the line. Lehutso, maybe let me give you the platform, honorable member. On what point are you rising on? You are recognized.
All right. Like when you're looking at angle D1, that's an exterior angle to
D1.
triangle. Yes. It's an exterior angle to triangle CDB, which is
To
equals to
triangle
90.
CDB. Oh, okay.
Whereas that angle will be 90 plus alpha.
Wait. So it's more like you're saying, if I construct a line which is parallel to that and do it maybe that way. So when you say 90 plus, it's because you know this is 90. And then that smaller angle, it is the one that you're saying it's exterior to that.
No, that one is alternate.
Oh, it's alternate. Okay. So,
yes.
Okay. So this one, the one that you're referring to, is what is that angle, or what am I writing there?
That one is corresponding to B.
Corresponding to B. Okay. So that means angle 1. You're saying it's 90 plus. What did you say there?
90 plus alpha.
Oh, yes. Yes, you are making sense indeed. Just to add on to what you are saying, so you would also agree to say, obviously, with that being constructed, being parallel to that, it forms a 90-degree angle there. And you're saying this smaller angle, it is alternating angle, ne?
Yes.
So that means now that angle is alpha, meaning to get that total angle, it's going to be that 90 degrees plus alpha. Okay. Ngivumelana nawe. Okay, masiqhubeke manje.
Like we're going to use the sine rule.
The sine
find
rule.
AD.
To find AD. There is AD. I think you are onto something, honorable member. Let's see. Maybe let's quickly try to redraw that so that members of the opposition party can see. I don't want them to be saying we are stealing the government money and using it to buy some stuff. So let's just be transparent, honorable member. So you are saying this is C, this is A, this is D. I just remembered that we actually got that angle. Maybe let's write it there. This is alpha. No, that minus that. You're saying this is 90 degrees plus alpha. Oh, wait. We still have this most. It's given, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Manjoti.
So we're going to say AD over sine of theta minus alpha.
What did you say? The first
AD.
one. AD.
Over sine
no,
of
now I
theta
hear.
minus alpha.
So you're saying AD over sine of
Theta minus alpha
inside the brackets, nay?
Yes.
Because it's one angle. Okay. So now,
then we equate it to CA.
Where is CA? This is CA. Okay, CA.
Over sine of 90 plus alpha.
Over sine of 90 plus alpha.
Then we do cross multiplication.
Oh, yes, I agree. So if we cross multiply because of space, I'll just erase. So that means that will multiply with that. So that means we're having sine of alpha, theta minus that. And this is going to remove. Okay. Masiqhubeke again.
Then we have CA, we are given SH.
Oh, yes. Because of space, I'll just erase that and write it there.
Then we reduce the denominator to cos of half.
Hey, kanjani manje? Wenzeni? Ungathi uyasilahla manje the Macaulays.
Like we use reduction.
Reduction. Oh, now I remember. This thing which says, this is the cast diagram, ne?
Yes.
And you're having 90 being that one there. And because it's a what, then it changes to a cos. But wait, in which quadrant does this fall? Oh, it falls in the second quadrant. Yes. But wait, sine in the second quadrant is positive. Hey, so now, because it is that complementary what, it changes to its co-function. That's what you are saying, most honorable member.
Yes.
And it changes to a cos of alpha. And we have proven it. Guys, I told you this thing is easy. Can you see? I've just proven it, honorable members. Sibusiso. Wabona re ke kotsi monna. Ngwana mameja. The Macaulays. Wa mpona re ke kotsi mara. Tabile. Can you see how easy how I hammered this thing? Mzozozo. I'm not sure if you can see how I hammered this thing. I wonder if the Macaulays, can you see how easily this thing can be? Did you see what I did there, honorable member? I'm not sure if you saw what I did there.
The Lihuso helped you.
Hey. Collis, I think you need to register a political party, honorable. I think you already have the masses there. I'm not sure if you are ready, honorable member. But on a serious note, did you guys see what honorable member did there? I'm not sure if it makes sense to everyone. I'm just having a feeling that there's someone who's got a question. And I can tell you now, the Macaulays will definitely give you an explanation of what went down there. Tabile, are you sure you don't have a question, honorable member? Akanya. Itu uthulile lapho. Why is it like everyone ran away? Collie, can you say something? I just want to confirm if you guys can clearly hear me when I speak.
We can hear you, sir.
Okay. So, are you saying you've got no question on that one? Was it clear to everyone? The Macaulays, honorable members, are not responsive on that one, but exactly what you did, honorable member, it's 100%. It's 100% correct. And I'm telling you, they are going to give you a full 4 marks. Well done on that one, honorable member. I didn't think you were going to get it correct. But most importantly, just make sure that when you approach this type of questions, you ask yourself, which triangle am I dealing with? You realize is that one. It's not a right angle triangle, meaning you're going to consult with the cosine or the sine rule. Therefore, check what is it that you are having. You realize you're having an angle, and then you also have a side opposite to that angle. Most importantly, they want you to calculate or prove that side. So that is where you know that you need to apply the the sine rule based on the given information and based on what they want you to calculate. And most importantly, guys, if it is the side that you are looking for, start writing that side and say, for example, AD over sine of the angle involved. But if they wanted you to calculate the angle, let's say angle of D, as the numerator, write sine of angle D, then over small letter d, and then whatever there, so that you just cross multiply and then you can remove this one. If it is the side that you want to calculate, you just cross multiply and then it is done. Did that make sense to everyone, honorable members?
Yeah.
100%. So now, very quickly, let's move on to the next question. Let's move on. So the next question says, determine the length of AD if h is equals to 17 units, and then that is equals to 58 that, and alpha is equals to 23 degrees. I'm not sure if there's anyone who would like to give it a try. They want you to find the length of AD, provided h is equals to that is equals to that is equals to that. Anyone who would like to rise on a point of order? Just mention your name and I will recognize you.
Matabara.
Ngwana mameji, sizoyenza kanjani le nto le?
They are going to take the formula, the answer that we got on 7.2.
Okay, which is h sine of that minus
80.
that.
80. Yeah.
ADH, yeah, okay. Cos of alpha. Heaven. Musukari straightforward ye mus ngwana mameji. Beke sa ibone mara no ka re ke a ibona. O ka re ke a ibona. Okay. Yo ka re straightforward, let's see. Okay, known poach. Henkabe the Macaulays aska prove that one. Bertlo diang ngwana mameji. A re try we prove mara ya pala. Botlo diang mo questioning. O ka itshela.
No.
O botlo diang.
I get this. I get my proof that they already have university wa re file formula mo.
So no tlo no ishumisha ka gang. So bona le ka mmetse gang ya bereka ngwana mameja. So that is the answer. Ke sure reng lebantla la ka nkulunkulu has calculated. What is the answer there? Are you still calculating? Akanya.
Say it's 10,59.
10,59. Is it everyone getting the same answer? So what is it going to be? I think it's going to be units because we're not given the actual unit there. Can someone confirm that answer? If you're getting the same answer. Okay, 100%. So lastly, let's have a look at that last question, which says calculate the area of triangle ADC. So that was allocated 3 marks. So this one, it says calculate the area of triangle ADC. The area of triangle ADC. Anyone who would like to rise on a point of order?
You want to use the area rule.
The area rule. Yes, that is the first positive step. So the area rule. Why? Because they already said calculate the area. But wait, the Macaulays, why not using the formula for calculating the area, but using the area rule? Can you maybe...
Because we don't have the perpendicular. That's because we don't have the perpendicular height.
100%. Of which, in short, one may say this is not a right-angled triangle. So now maybe let me try again to redraw that one. Since you are on it, honorable member, let's maybe continue. What are we going to do there? Let's see, we are having A there, D there, C there. Maybe just to explain, what are we going to use there, honorable member?
Since we have AD and AC.
We have ED. We have, wait, what do we have? What did you say there, honorable member?
We have AD.
Oh, AD. Okay. What was AD again?
That was 10,59.
10,59. We have AD.
And we have H. We have H at 17.
We have, I think, yes, 17.
And we were given alpha.
Alpha. I think alpha was what? Was it 27? Yes, I think it was 20. No, 23.
We were also given theta.
Theta, what was theta? Theta was 58.
But then, when you're looking at angle C, it was theta minus alpha.
Theta minus alpha. Meaning?
So we get 35. Angle C is 35.
Okay. Then let me update it and say it is 35.
Then D1, we got 90 plus alpha.
90 plus alpha D1. Okay. Then what will 90 plus be? What is
113.
it? 113. Yes. Meaning this angle is 113 degrees.
Then you find angle A using the sum of angles of a triangle.
Okay. When you do that, what are you getting?
82.
82. Okay?
32.
From then,
32.
32. Okay.
Yes.
32. From there,
Then you can use 1/2 CA multiplied by AD. Sine of 32.
Sine of 32. 100%. But maybe before we go deeper, let's maybe check if honorable members are following there. Buitumelo, this is that chance where you just need to make sure that you understand. If not, let me know and I'm going to quickly explain it. The honorable member is 100% correct. I think the Macaulays, let me take it from here because you have mapped it out nicely. Exactly what you said, it's exactly what should be done. But let me just quickly check if honorable members understand everything there. Zbuda, I'm not sure if it makes sense, Luyanda. Leslie, the man Leslie's, I know you're just observing there. Let me just check if Lindywe is okay that side. Lindywe, I see Tabiles on the line. Does it make sense or do I need to quickly re-explain it before we punch on a calculator? Silence in court. Okay, so this is me assuming that it makes sense. But in short, what happens is honorable member wanted to know this side, and an included angle. So that is why he had to go all the way in order to find that angle because he knows he's got this side, that side, he needed to have that angle there. So now that means the area is going to be half. This side doesn't matter whether that or that, maybe let's say 17 and then 10.59. And then because it is the area rule, it says size of an angle. An angle, it has to be an angle in between. So you substitute and then you punch on a calculator. What are you getting when you punch all of that?
47.70.
47.70. Remember, because it's the area, you're going to say unit squared or square units. This answer, is it what everyone is getting? Are you all getting that answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 100%. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think the code for today's lesson, I've just indicated that on our next lesson, we're just going to be looking at the shapes. So the shapes that I'm talking about, it's those shapes where, for example, you might be given something similar to this, and then maybe added a cone at the top there, or you are just having a structure similar to that, having a pyramid, and they ask you questions based on that. The other questions, it could be that, or maybe it could be a cylinder. I'm sure you guys are aware of this type of questions. They say it's 80% full or whatever. That is what we'll be looking at next week, Monday. Monday and Tuesday, we're going to wrap up all this. I will compile all the questions in relation to this type of problems. Then that other Monday, that's when we're going to start with either the functions or analytical geometry. So I think for today's code, comment in the group with either analytical geometry or functions, depending on what you find difficult the most. Then I will know between analytical and this one, this is the one that you find it more difficult. Then I will know that when we do lessons, we'll do more of whatever that you find difficult. So guys, with that being said, I'm now about to sign out. But did you guys get the code for today's lesson? Remember, the code, it's meant for you to comment so that your parents will be able to see if you were attending lessons or not. So it was clear, Mos. Lehucho, did you understand the code and its purpose, what it's meant for?
Yes.
So what's the code again?
So you comment with analytical geometry or functions, depending on what is difficult to you. If functions are more difficult to you than analytical geometry, then you comment with functions and vice versa. So ladies and gentlemen, my name is Desmond. Have a very good night, and I'm out.